Welcome to Sports Nights with Jorge. Please stay tuned for scores and updates around the world of sports.
All right, fans, I apologize for what happened. Apparently, I'm getting an echo somewhere, but once again, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me see what's wrong here. All right, here we go. But yeah, once again, happy Valentine's to everybody. Hope you guys are having a good time with your wife and your family. Um, I was leading it off with the Miami Dolphins making some moves today. Like I said, I would not be surprised if Greer's doing something. So anyhow, let me get back to my thing. Hopefully, I don't lose you guys again. Once again, welcome guys to Sports Night with Jorge. And as you know, the Dolphins made some moves today by releasing Raheem Mostert, running back, by releasing Smythe, the tight end, and also Kendall Fuller, their cornerback. My only concern, once again, in the beginning, is Kendall Fuller. That's what Miami do have a need. They don't need a running back. Of course, Smith had a great season in tight end. Broke Miami record last year in tight end. So I'm not worried about that. Running back, like I said, once again, they got A-Chain and Wright. So they're going youth there. I'm not worried about it. My concern, going back, I was saying earlier, is their offensive line. They need to get their offensive line going. Uh, Listen, Teron Armstead, guys, I'll be honest with you, he needs to retire. I know that you guys looking at probably salary cap. I'm not looking at salary cap. I'm looking at Greer, once again, pulling a rabbit out of the hat. Now, there's a trade that I just started when the program started that makes sense for the Dolphins. If they want to get rid of Tariq Hill for Debo Sanders, I'd take him anytime. Now, remember, now McDaniel is not making the offensive plays anymore. He's not calling it anymore this year. It's going to be the new guy. So that's something that we need to change, that philosophy of little short pass, dink and dunk over here. That needs to go. It has to go deep. I mean, we need quick, fast, big receivers to help this team. I mean, I think McDaniel has done a good job with Tua, but team already has got into the Miami Dolphins. They know their schemes. They know what's going on the field, and they know if they stop Waddle, if they stop Hill, But now we have an additional weapon with Juice Smith. So at tight end, that's why I think they let Smith go today. So there's more things coming. Once again, I haven't gotten to the salary cap. We're 1 month away of free agency and tampering. So I mean, it's just going that quick, that fast. So let's see what happens on that side of the field. What are the Dolphins are going to do on the offensive side? I am not worried about the defensive side, even though I know that uh, probably Chubbs will be gone. I mean, we got Chop Robinson. My concern is the injury of Jaden Phillip. Can he be healthy? Can he stay healthy? Can he help this team? That's my concern for Dolphin fans. I mean, we're tired of losing. I understand that. I mean, we had a 8-9 record last year. I mean, we allowed 364 points last year, and we only had 345 in the offense. Of course, we're missing about 5-6 games in the season. So, but yeah, I think Raheem Mostert, you could say, have a disappointed year last year. And we knew this was coming. This is nothing new. Like I said, once again, they're loaded at running backs. They're very loaded at running backs. Wide receiver, I do have a question mark with Tyreek Hill. Not taking nothing away from him, a great receiver. If he could stay out of the drama and like I tell you guys, I'm a positive guy. I am. I am. I'm not gonna bring the guy down or anything. I mean, we all have emotions. We all, win, lose or draw. I mean, we always gonna come out, in a way that, in a sense, in a way that you're gonna be disappointed when you have a disappointed year. I mean, this team struggled the whole year and almost made it to the playoffs. I mean, lost to the Jets at the end of the season. Who cares? Now it's too late. Now it's not a rebuilding mode anymore. We're not going to rebuild. I've been saying that to everybody, to all my fans. This is a win. And listen, for Greer and McDaniel to save this year, their job is they at least got to win. I don't think their division. They got to at least win one playoff game and then take it from there. Now Miami will be picking 13th on the draft this year, so that's their first round pick. Now people say, well, they should pick a quarterback. I would not doubt they'll pick a quarterback, but I don't think they'll pick a quarterback in the 13th round. I think they need more offensive player on the offensive line to help the team. Uh, Worst case scenario in the defensive side, but I think they're very quite loaded on that side. I was disappointed with Ramsey. Everybody think he had a good year last year. Yeah, I was talking to somebody. Ramsey's probably good on a third down blitz. That's how good he is. But once you get him one on one, man, you get burned. I'm sorry. That's my honest opinion. Great player. Don't get me wrong. Super Bowl caliber guy that he has won and he has been into, and he's not as bad as we think he is. But it depends on coverages. Let's be honest with you guys. This league is hard to play. This league, period, is so difficult to play. So I try to tell everybody and try to explain to everybody that the NFL, it's a professional football league. It's not college football, as we know. But anyhow, uh, that is the news for today. The Dolphins released three good players. I mean, they could be picked by any team. I think Raheem Mostert still have it. He have it in the. I think he could play one more season, a couple more season. Fuller, I think his injury was actually hurt the Dolphins at the end of the year. Chubbs, I I won't doubt he'll be released. And of course, Miami will have, but salary cap money, so that's a good thing for the Dolphins. Um, Now I'm gonna go into a little basketball. I'm a Laker fan, and I'm looking at the Lakers, how well they're playing. They lost the other night with Lucas, and we lost one player. I'm still in a doubt with the trade they made for Davis, which they both hurt. Dave was hurt, and Luca was hurt. Luca came back from the hamstring. Now David is hurt for the Mavs. So maybe you could say it's an even swap, if you want to call it that way. So now let's see at the end. Like I said, let's see at the end what team really it's going to benefit from this trade, and we'll know that. So um, let me go back here for a second, and here's the actual standing in the NBA. Okay, we got the Eastern Conference, of course. I'm gonna break it down by division if you want. We got the Atlantic, the Central, the South East, the Western Conference, the Northwest, the Pacific, and the North and the Southwest. So I'm gonna start with the Boston Celtics at 39-16, followed by the Knicks at 36-18. Then you got the 76ers, the Brooklyn Nets, and the Toronto Raptors. So, and those teams are way behind, 18 and a half and then 22 games. Then in the Central, of course, the Cleveland Cavaliers having a tremendous year at 44-10, followed by the Pacer at 30-23. Then you got Milwaukee Bucks, which is kind of disappointing to me to see them at 29-24. Then you got the Pistons and the Chicago Bulls. Then on the Southeast, you have the Orlando Magic, the Atlanta Hawks, the Miami Heat. The Atlanta Hawks and the Miami Heat are only half games out of the first place, by the way. And then you got the Charlotte Hornet and the Washington Wizard way down there. So, And the Wizards are 9-45, by the way. In the Western Conference, you have the Oklahoma City Thunders at 44-10. I think they're tied with the best record with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then you got the Denver Nuggets, 8.5 game out. They're 36-19. Minnesota Timberwolves, 31-25. Portland and Utah Jazz follow, way behind, by the way. Then comes the Pacific. Here's all the Lakers, 32-20. The Lakers just lost the last game. They're 8-2 in the last 10 games. They were playing good basketball lately. So, followed by the Clippers at 31-23. They're only 2 games behind the Lakers. Then you got Sacramento at 5.5, and then the Golden State Warriors at 5.5. And you got Phoenix only 7 games out from that Pacific League. In the Southwest League, you have the Memphis Grizzlies with a good record of 36-18, followed by the Houston Rockets, only 2.5 games out at 34-21, and the Dallas Mavericks are 7 games out at 30-26. Then you got San Antonio and then New Orleans Pelican. So that's your NBA. Let me see any kind of games tonight here. Let me see. Let me go to NHL. Let me say hockey because somebody asked me for hockey, and I haven't done hockey as much. But some people don't like hockey, guys. But yeah, it's a nice sports. All right, let me go to hockey, and we're gonna go to standings. Also, we're gonna go to division, the Atlantic Division, the Metropolitan Division, and then we have the Western Conference with the Central and the Pacific. All right, leading it off are the Florida Panther, champions of last year, Stanley Cup. They're 34-20. Followed by Toronto, the Lightning, Ottawa Senator, Detroit, Boston Bruin, which I'm surprised are all the way down there. Montreal Canadiens and the Buffalo Sabres. In the Metropolitan, you got the Capitals, the Washington Capitals, the Carolina Hurricanes, New Jersey Devils, Columbus Blue Jacket, Rangers, Islanders, Pittsburgh Penguins, and the Flyers. In the Western Conference, the Winnipeg Jets, Dallas Stars, Minnesota Wilds, Colorado Avalanche, Utah Hockey Club, which I don't know who gave him that name, St. Louis Blue, Nashville Predator, Chicago Blackhawks, then followed in the Pacific by Edmonton Oilers, Las Vegas Golden Knight, the Kings, the Vancouver Canucks, Calgary Flames, Anaheim Ducks, and Seattle Kraken, and the San Jose Sharks at the last. So that is your hockey standing. I'm going to go back to the NFL for a second. Now, once again, I want to say congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. Great year for Jalen Hurst. I mean, you got to give him credit, guys. Everything he did in that field. Of course, he won the MVP. Would they repeat again? I don't know, guys. There's some things I'm gonna come up hopefully this weekend with the new horizons, the new teams that I see that it's gonna really impact this league. That I can see that it's gonna change everything around. But anyhow, let me show you this because I want to wish all you guys a happy Valentine's Day to all your wives and friends and girlfriends and whoever you have together there tonight. Hopefully, you guys have a great, great time. So, let me go back. All right, these are the teams that I'm looking at that we have to really, really keep an eye. Probably this year, next year. Okay, teams that are coming up from the horizon that I can see that, and teams that are going down that I feel they're going down. So in the Dolphin division, okay, a team that I see, believe it or not, even though they've won so many championships and they have gone through a lot, it's the New England Patriots. The Jets, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, they're just like the Dolphins. I mean, are they really gonna show up this year, or because right now we know Aaron Rodgers is gone, so you could say a rebuilding mode for the Jets. You could say that. Same thing for the New England Patriots. But teams like that, you got to be careful because now remember they got a new head coach, Ravel. I mean, Gravel. What his name is? Tennessee, ex Tennessee coach, and that's going to help New England a lot. Then in the Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Cleveland Brown, I don't see nobody in the division there right now. I think it's the Raven division still. Pittsburgh need to come up. Who's going to be the quarterback for this team? The Bengals might be the one that might come out also winning. The Browns, a lot of work to do. Then you got Houston, Indianapolis Colts, Jacksonville, and the Tennessee Titans. Okay, that division, man, I'll probably be Houston and the Colts again. I don't see Jacksonville, and they're talking about the quarterback for Jacksonville, Lawrence. That was a big bust when they signed him, and you know what? The guys have injuries. This is this is where we have to be realistic, guys. When you have injuries, it's just injuries, and you gotta be honest. That's what it is, and it happens all to a lot of players in the National Football League, and sometimes you gotta deal with it, And when that happens, you're not gonna win, especially when you got your best player not on the field. All right, in the AFC West, here's a team, two teams. I know the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders, pick up their coach, which I'm not saying he's a bad coach, okay, but they're going to be in once again, a process of developing the team. It's going to be a season of, see what they got in the draft, see what they got in free agency. Uh, I'm not saying that he could take this team to the next level. It's too early because that team is, I mean, if you look position by position, on the offensive side, running backs, wide receiver, they need help. Defense, I don't see them. I think that with Wilkins coming back from the injury, I think they're going to have a good defense. But the team coming out of there is going to be Denver and the Chargers. Kansas City, defending champions, divisional champions, not defending champions in the Super Bowl. Don't know, guys. I don't know. I I feel that Kansas City, maybe you could say their dynasty is over. I mean, a lot of question mark coming into 2025. So let's look at the NFC East now. The Eagles are going to be there regardless, but one team right now, the Washington Commanders. Right now, I think that is one of the best team in that division. Dallas, I'm gonna say this to Dallas Cowboys fans, man. You guys probably like this for real. Jerry Jones got to go, or Jerry Jones needs to let some person just handle the business, and he take care of the paycheck. I understand that you want to be involved in every situation you're in your ball club, but that's not the way it goes, man. You got to let your coach breathe. He has to breathe, man. He has to smell the football. Let's say it this way, okay? Let him do his freaking job, man. Just step back, Jones, and let him do what he got to do. That team might be the joke of the franchise this year, okay, which is sad. All right, America's team might be a clown team, to be honest with you. And I know that, and I'm talking this for Dallas Cowboys fans. They're tired of seeing the same thing year after year. You could talk anything bad about the quarterback, Prescott. That's not his fault because he's had back-to-back great season. Of course, he got injured. There go another quarterback injured. The Giants, rebuild mode. They have to be rebuilt once again, and it's going to be, like I said, the same thing as New England. Rebuilt. It's like Las Vegas rebuilt. Uh, the Jets rebuilt. And then the next team I'm going to follow here is the NFC North. Okay, on this one here, I'm going to tell you this, guys. Detroit, even though they lost half of their staff, okay, I think Campbell will still do a good job with the players he has. Vikings, I think they'll be okay. Green Bay, I think they'll be fine. the team that's going to probably research again and it's going to come out there is going to be the Chicago Bears. So in the horizon, you got the Bears, the Commanders, the Denver Broncos. This is the team that I've been announcing. And then NFC South, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they'll be okay. Atlanta will be all right. Carolina Panthers. This is the team right here, the Panthers. This is the team that, if you have the right personnel and you put players that can help this quarterback, this young quarterback, which that's the part that I don't understand. I don't know why they traded all their players, because that's what they did. They traded their players. They let them go. I mean, it's just ridiculous, guys. These guys, when you take away, Bryce Young weapons, what can the kid do? When you trade the players, I mean, you don't have running backs. You don't have, let's be honest. You trade all these players, and then you bring this guy from the draft to come to your league, okay, to be successful, but you don't put no weapons around them. You don't build around them. So how can we say? And this is the good thing we do. We criticize and we don't give anybody opportunities, anybody chances of saying, hey man, give the kid a chance. But he doesn't have any weapons around him. He doesn't have a running back. He doesn't have a tight end. He doesn't have a wide receiver. I mean, how can you win this league? So then you set him up for failure, not for becoming a winner. But anyhow, let me go back to the NFC South. So Tampa Bay will be the same Tampa Bay. Atlanta will be the same Atlanta. Of course, new quarterback again, which is a young kid. He had a great season, so he overcome a lot of stuff since the big guy with the big bucks was released. New Orleans Saints. It's going to be a while, guys. That's another. I don't think it's probably rebuild mode, probably. Then you go to the NFC West, which is the Rams, Seattle, Arizona, and San Francisco. Now, San Francisco. If Debo Sanders is gone, most of that team, when they went to the Super Bowl and lost it, of course, to Kansas City, that was it. I mean, they couldn't come back or added more players because their salary cap was too high, and they lost a lot of players through free agency. They lost a lot of players through injury too. Now, will they keep the running back? That's a good question. Will McCaffrey stay? They got a good quarterback. Will they sign him to a long term? See, there's a lot of questions to ask for all these teams. So the Rams, I think they'll be fine. Seattle, I think will be good. Arizona will be okay. San Francisco is the only team that I'm worried about that might not be the team anymore that people want to, would like to be or want to be, if you want to say that. So, but that's your NFL right there, guys. Looking at the draft, okay, Tennessee will pick number 1, followed by Cleveland, New York, New England at 4th, Jacksonville at 5th, Las Vegas Raiders at 6th, the Jets at 7, the Panthers at 8, New Orleans Saints at 9, the Bears at 10, San Francisco at 11, Dallas at 12, Miami will pick at 13, the Colts at 14, Atlanta at 15, Arizona at 16, the Bengals at 17, the Seahawks at 18, Tampa Bay 19, Denver 20, Pittsburgh 21st, 22nd Chargers, Green Bay 23, Minnesota Viking 24, Houston 25, the Rams 26, Ravens 27, Lions 28, Washington 29, Buffalo 30, Kansas City 30, 31, and then, of course, the Eagles, the world champion, 32. Those are your draft picks in order. So now there's so many good players in this draft, believe it or not. I mean, what could Tennessee do in the first round? If they pick up the quarterback, it's going to be Cam Ward, a possibility. That's probably be number one. I mean, I think they'll pick. Um, Also, Cleveland Browns, they need a quarterback, and so does the Giants. So the first three round between Cleveland, Giants, and Tennessee, they need quarterback. So think about that. That's going to be a good draft at the beginning. I think you're going to have more quarterback draft in the first round like last year. So, but yes, guys, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to have a lot of things to go on when it comes to the draft. I have to go into the salary cap. Like I say, Miami shocked today with all these news, which I didn't expect it this early. This would happen, but it did. They got their players, and they say, "Hey, man, we don't need you. We're gonna cut you." And yeah, people out there talking about salary cap, but I don't think it's salary cap. It's more that Greer is about to pull a rabbit out of the hat, and I see it coming, guys. I do see it coming. There's a trade there somewhere. It could be through the draft. It could be through free agency or a team that wants to trade players. Who knows? I mean, you got Debo Sanders. I'm gonna tell you a guy I would like to have. He's Cooper Cup. I'll take him anytime too. See, I don't think Miami's gonna be that dink and dunking. My only concern is Tua healthy for real? Is Tua hip injury? Is he fine? Did not play the last three games. Did they sit him down? I mean, that supposed to ring a bell to us that what in the world's going on with the Dolphins for real? Because this is it, guys. This is our last ride. I've been saying it all along. I'm being honest with you guys. Oh, and don't forget we got baseball coming up too. We got spring training coming up. I'll be covering that too also. See, somebody told me, George, you're covering too much sports. But hey, man, if you don't love sports, what do you love? So you got to be involved in everything, guys. So, but anyhow, I want to thank so much to all my subscribers. In the ending note, we closed the chapter with Coco, my pet. Everybody heard about it, what happened, and I appreciate those that have subscribed. Um, and I appreciate you guys' prayer and everything. And I got two more videos that I'm gonna shoot of his memory, and that is it. Uh, and then, like I told you guys, I'll have a little logo, a little thing with my little pet in the corner, so you guys can see just a memory. Uh, Unfortunately, things happen in life. You just gotta move on and continue what you gotta do and stay positive and move on. So, but once again, thank you so much to all my subscribers. God bless all you guys. And once again, I'm gonna say it again. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. You guys are. I mean, this is what I make this for. I make this for you guys, not for nobody else. I'm not competing with no channel. I'm not competing with no other podcaster. I'm just a guy that enjoys sports, love people, love animal, and that's who I am. And the most important thing, I love the guy up there. So, and that's what keeps me going, guys. Once again, I'm gonna say thank you so much for subscribing on Sports Night with Jorge. Once again, if you got friends and family members and they want to subscribe and they want to see this channel, go right ahead. Guys, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I say this in a good way. There's people that sign up and then they exit out. They come in, they exit out. I understand. It's not a. I don't get upset. Everybody say push it. Try to get more subscribers. Try to get. Listen, we live one day at a time, and I take this one day at a time. And a positive note, once again, if you want to do something in your life, I encourage you, do not give up. When you think it's falling, when you think it's not working, and it's not coming out, that's when you should get up, get stronger, get better, and continue to it. See, you don't give up. I don't give up. When I started this, I didn't give up. I started this with only, I'm going to say what, 10, 12 subscribers. And I went to my family members and I told them what I was doing. And I'm blessed with 365 that I got now. Yes, I wish I had 1,000, 2,000, but no. I'm not greedy. I'm not selfish. I let God guide me and let Him show me the way. So, but anyhow, back what I was saying about the positive. Whatever dream you have, whatever goals you have in life, don't give up. Continue fighting to the end. Sometimes you think that it doesn't work the first time. It doesn't work. You see, we're like a light switch. We turn on and off. When you turn it on, you can see. When you turn it off, you can't see. It's too dark. Okay. You always continue to have your light on, regardless how dark it is. Leave it on. Let it shine. And trust me, you will get wherever you want to get. I'm doing this at the age of 58. I'm not ashamed. I seen a YouTuber, 85 years old, doing YouTube. That is amazing, guys. That is the most beautiful thing I ever seen. Why? Because he has it inside of him and he wants to continue. Whatever you want to do in life, whatever you want to be in life, a pilot, a police officer, a nurse, whatever you want to do. Go to school, and become a professional teacher or whatever. Okay? One step at a time. Don't give up. Now, I do have a message for the bullies, man. I'm against all those people. This is sometimes I say this to all my friends and family member, and I spoke to one of my subscriber already, and we discussed this. Take the time to listen to your kids, to your family member, to your friends. Don't walk away. It is very important in life. Okay? Believe it or not, you are better than that person. I don't care what anybody says. Okay? Because Sports Night with George loves you no matter how you are. I don't look at physical. I don't look at disability. I don't look at that. I look at the human being heart. The human being is the most important thing in the world. I love you the same today, tomorrow, and forever. The same way Jesus loved us. And nothing changes. But anyhow, thank you so much for subscribing once again. And I'll leave you with this. You guys have a great, happy Valentine's night. And see you once again. Thank you so much.